This department is the heartbeat of the hospital. That's because it's not just a scan a patient arrives here for, it's information. It tells the patient if their treatment's worked, in which case it's the best day in the patient's life, or if it hasn't worked, in which case they have to think about other alternative treatments. So it's so important that this is a holistic environment to the patient. So we reduce anxiety as much as possible, we make it a comfortable environment because it's such an important part in the patient's journey.
So I use the scanning department every 3 months. It's very important because it just keeps track of whether your cancer's coming back.
The scan itself, it's the only thing that lets me know. I can see a picture. Without that scan, I'm just going off what the doctor says, or I'm just hoping that the treatment is working.
We've only got room for 2 inpatient beds. The space we're stood in now, beds get put here when the inpatient space is full. The outpatient area, it just gets so hectic so quickly.
It's common for staff having to ask patients, relatives and carers to wait somewhere else in the hospital just because of the space, especially when you've got few patients in the wheelchairs.
Changing rooms aren't the best really. The waiting area gets very, very busy.
You can be here for quite a while and it's very cramped.
The changing rooms don't have proper doors on them and it just feels a little bit dated compared to the rest of the building.
The Christie is one of the leading cancer hospitals in Europe, if not the world, and the imaging department is left behind a little bit. We need to match up with that reputation. That's both in terms of innovation, both in terms of capacity, and also for patients. We need a bespoke space where we can cater for both diagnostic element of radiology as well as providing procedures as well. But the important thing is we need to provide a department which is holistic to patients. We need a new 4D scanner. Currently we can't have it because that department is simply too small. The new centre will have huge benefits. The first of all is to patients. So from their journey, start to finish, it's catered around them, far more relaxing to them. And also because it's bigger, we'll increase our capacity, we can do more scans for patients, and that will inevitably reduce waiting times for them. We can develop things in terms of new scanning equipment, new procedures, and that opens the door to huge avenues within research, which is something that Christie is centred on.
I don't think there's a worthier cause because cancer touches every single person on this planet, be it either directly or indirectly, and the more money they can get, the better job they can do.
By raising money, you're not only helping people like me, but you're going to help someone you know or love, because 1 in 2 of us will get cancer in our lifetime, so please consider supporting the campaign.
The Christie has already got a phenomenal reputation throughout the country, and there is just so much more that we could do. If we had those few extra pounds, that would just be phenomenal for us to be able to create the environment where the patients of today, tomorrow, next year could be treated with dignity and respect.